Okay, here's a quick look at the market at the E-mini S&P for Tuesday, May the 17th, 2011. Going into today, we had mentioned that the resistance area was probably going to be around 31 and as high as 33. 31 is right here. You can see, and this is the overnight session right here. What happened today is market profile here and volume profile, and of course this is what happened yesterday. The other area that we thought the market could get up to is a little bit higher at 33 and change right about here. So the market didn't quite reach it in the overnight trade, and then late in the session came down here and made a new low. Opened here in the regular trading hours, had another bounce, then came all the way back down here and made the low for the day relatively early in the day, and then the rest of the day the market bought up. So it had about a 10-point rally or close to it off of that low today, and for that reason we're looking around the 13-18 area support. There is a possibility that today could form a swing low. Um, the, the chances are not great, but it is a possibility, whereas we really didn't think yesterday would. And so we will, even though we're still intraday down, we would entertain getting short and possibly, if one of our trades set up and triggers in around that area down at the 13, 18 to 20 area, then we would certainly try and measure that degree of rejection if that's were to happen, and then get on the long side. So the next major resistance is still up, the same prices, in around 31 to 33, and the market could certainly travel within that area. However, tomorrow we do have the FOMC news to be released at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and obviously the market could get moving after that. It's unlikely. Most of that news is pretty well baked into the market as far as we can tell, but who knows? There can always be a surprise. We like to use the market profiles from the regular trading hours, and that's what you're looking at right now, so we also use them in our analysis. Here is our software indicating our trades, and of course shown in real time. A blue up arrow like this indicates a long trade, so we had a few of those today, and the down arrow here indicates a short trade, and you can see the dashed horizontal red line indicates a short trade. So today was really kind of interesting in the sense that when you take a look at this chart here, you can see that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades set up and trigger, and the last 3 of them really quite interesting. You can see here that for example, the last 3 trades that were taken were this short trade here set up here, but not actually entered until here, and you can see that that market rallied up right to the tick to our price. Well, we had the same 2 things happen down here. Here's a long trade right here. The market hit it right on the tick and had a nice move higher. And the same thing with this here. This was a long trade. Here's our dashed blue line, and hit it right to the tick and had a really nice run higher. So unusual that we had those 3 trigger like that right to the tick. 2 of them we were filled on. The first one we were not, of those 3. As a result, we ended up unfortunately getting stopped out on this trade because we got filled a little bit later over here instead of getting filled here. We did get filled on this trade here, and it was a good trade. We took that. This one we actually didn't take the trade. We were in a nice green filter here, and our traders would have either exited this trade because of that indication or about a 1.5 lower down here, but still made a nice profit on the final partial over 5 points on that trade. The first trade here was a nice one. It got us filled right away and immediately bounced 2.25 points, so that trade worked out nicely. Good profits on that one, and of course our second setup here wasn't filled until much later. This is the one I was just talking about. These 2 short trades here, actually the first one we got stopped on. It hit our price and backed off, hit it again, backed off a little but not enough, so we did get a full stop out on this trade here, which was actually the second trade of the day. Our third trade of the day here was another short, a little bit higher up, and that one, some of our traders were break even on it. Some lost 3 ticks on the full position. So just depends on the fill on that, because this one, it actually dipped right to our tick on our first objective. So we actually marked it on our trades as a 3 tick loss on the full position there. So and then you can see we had, this was the 4 and then the 5. So we actually took 5 trades. This would have been the 6th one here. Some of our traders took it. We would classify this as not taking it because of the down auction, interday, and the green filter. So it was just kind of one of those days where if we had a couple of fills, in particular this one right here, that got us long when it hit it right to the tick, as opposed to getting stopped out on the trade, that's a difference of some, I think 6 points or something like that. So it can really make a difference. But we're kind of kidding around that maybe these entries are a little too precise sometimes, but at any rate, that's, you got to have them somewhere, and that's the way it goes sometimes. So, okay, that'll be it for today, and so you got an idea of what we're looking at going into tomorrow, and what happened today. So, any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you again tomorrow.